first of all, before we start answering questions and asking where this is going and everything, my job is not here to reassure you, but my job is here to give you the truth, and you will choose if that reassures you or not, and to make sure you're aware of the rules of the game, because we want to make sure this will be huge and as big as we can make it. And from the potential that I'm seeing, and from the last couple of weeks, which been a hell of a ride, for the lack of better words, I think the potential is much bigger than what I thought it was in the beginning, and what I thought it was a week ago, and what I thought it was yesterday, because every day I'm getting such great replies and so much love about what we're trying to do here. And so I would just say that, in my opinion, if somebody told you, hey, you can own, I don't know if the word shares are the right word, but let's use that word right now for lack of a better word. But if you can own shares of Tinder, or if you can own shares of Airbnb, if I dare say that, when it just started and was under development and just the first steps came out to the world, would you do that? For me, the answer is, of course, yes. I don't know what the answer is for you guys, but I saw the potential, and I've been using Airbnb, for example, when it just started. So this is what we're planning here, and that sounds maybe a bit presumptuous, but this is what we're planning here. We are trying to get big investors to back us up. And when I say trying, is that we're already in negotiation with people. We're not just hoping somebody will contact us. We're actually initiating conversations with investors, and we're initiating every step that we can in order to make sure that the people that need to know about this will know about this. Obviously, it's not a process that goes overnight, and these people are busy, and these people are big, and to get to them is sometimes going through several layers until you get to the person and you get things done. But we're doing that every day, and that's all we do. This and development is all we do. We're not in the group, we're not chilling, and I'm not sending rocket icons or whatever emojis. I'm focusing on doing that so you can, as investors, you guys can have something real in your hands. So I want you to understand, this is going to be the first app in the crypto sector that I am aware of, and I've done my research, that will touch on the dating world, or the matchmaking world, or also the gambling world in a way, and it will combine all those elements in one app that we are trying to make. We're trying to make it as addictable as possible, in a good way, not in a bad way, of course. We're gonna talk about the technicals in a minute, so you understand it's not gonna be a bad kind of addiction, but it's gonna be a very user-friendly kind of situation where people that don't deal with cryptos on a daily basis can still use the app and can still understand how to utilize the app. And all they need is a simple crypto wallet in order to start trading the app or playing around with it. So we're not looking for people that understand the world of crypto and understand how this works and that works. No, we're not going to use words like farming, and we're not going to explain percentages in a complicated way. We're going to try and make the UI is user interface. We're going to try and make the UI as simple, comfortable, and clean as possible, so every person that just wants to play around with the app will understand how it works in a couple of simple steps. So we're kind of following the way Apple does things more than Android, because Apple's UIs are the most simple UIs in the world, and that's one of the biggest reasons why Apple is where Apple is, that and branding. And these are the two key success factors for Apple, and that's what we're trying to mimic, which is a simple UI that every person understands what every button does and how it works. Simple explanation and tutorial in the app that explains how it works and how it's going to flow. And of course, branding is going to be very, very important. As you can see, every logo or banner or website that we do, or web page that we do, is being done through designers. And it's not just some kid on Photoshop, it's actual designers and branding experts that know how to put the color in the right place, or the right image in the right place, so it will attract your eye, whether you're interested in the subject or not. It will still attract your eye. I can give an example that we spoke to several people that are not allowed to touch the dating world from religious reasons, etc. And they were very warm regarding to their response about the app and how it looks and how the branding is going. So I think that that's what we're trying to get here. We're trying to get a lot of people to use Slab in order to, can I be a dreamer, but in order to find love. and to have fun on the way to get that love, to find that love, along with basically creating some kind of a market that will trade the value of Slab token and will raise it up. The more daily active users you have, DAUs, the more the app will grow, and the more the popularity of the token will grow. So the value of the token you will hold potentially will be very, very high. And that's what we're aiming to do, and that's what we're working on very, very hard. That's regarding that. One sentence about the chart. I've seen the chart. I said it in the previous AMA. I'm not the guy who sits on the charts every day and who sold, who bought. That's not me. That's not what I do, because looking at a candle is like looking at one tiny small fraction of a huge system, or something that is very, very micro, instead of looking at the bigger picture. So I'm not worried about today or tomorrow's chart. I'm more worried about getting the app to satisfy the needs of the users and to make sure that this will be big. And then I'll look at the charts more, because then when we have like everything substantial blowing up, I know that people will buy this token with their eyes closed, because that's going to be a real thing and not going to be a shitcoin. At the moment, you have about 1,000 shitcoins coming out per day, like things without a website, without ridiculous things that I've seen. So for me to come and say, let's fight all of them to make pumps, when I'm a real product and I'm presenting a real utility token that is going to answer needs that are exist out there, I think it's the wrong thing to do. I think that organic growth, along with all of you helping out to get the word out there, along with us getting the word out there, is the best growth. I'm not saying we're not going to do YouTubers. I'm not saying we're not going to do pumps. It's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's not where I rely on getting the value of the token up. Where I rely on getting the value of the token up will be from actual things that we will put out there to show people that this is real, and this is what we want to focus on showing something real, because 99.9% of these tokens, including SafeMoon 2 months ago, before they had all the exchange plan that they're planning now, have no agenda or no utility behind them, or no real value except being traded by popularity. And popularity is something that lasts for 15 minutes unless you can make it last longer with factual things. So it's not a popularity contest. For me, it's a real product, and I'm not trying to compete with I don't know, all these dog name coins that are out there, and I'm not trying to compete with all the Rocket or safe words that are out there, whatever, Safe Finance or Safe Moon or Safe this, Safe that. I'm trying to compete. I'm trying to compete in a place where I want to see this app being IPO'd in the stock market. That sounds crazy to you? It's not. Smaller companies have been IPO'd in the stock market. If I can give you an example of Fiverr, if you guys know Fiverr, companies in the stock market, and it was trading above $100 per share. And that's just because they did things right. And when you do things right, you can last with them and get this to places that people can only dream of. If you do things for now, just to make now good, then later on you'll need to fix what you did in the now, because you didn't have the collective vision to see what's going to happen in the future. So that's how I look at things. But I am blessed with a team of amazing mods. And we have several people, and they are just professional in the highest level. And so they are helping bridge my vision with the way things are done these days. So we're covering all the aspects and all the fronts. I just want every person that is listening to this, whether it's recorded or whether they're here live now, to understand I'm not here for the 5 minutes fame. Let's get a new all-time high today and tomorrow, F it. I'm here for, let's make this big. Let's make every person you meet on the street know what Slap app is and see that he has it installed on his phone. That's what I want. And that's what I'm going to strive and get. And in my vision, people that do great things don't look at problems as problems. They look at it as obstacles, and obstacles are something you need to break through and conquer. And that's how I'm looking at it. So yes, there is an obstacle right now with the chart being a bit down. There's an obstacle right now with people with short-term vision on the app, because they're looking at the chart and they see it down, so they're selling. But I'm fine with it, because For me, it's an obstacle, and we'll pass it once we have some real proof and backbone it with everything that is legitimate to prove it. That's where I'm standing. I hope my message got across. I don't know, because I hear a lot of people worried, and I don't want you guys to worry. I'm not going anywhere, and this is going to be as real as it gets. That's it. We have some questions that you guys want me to answer. Let me see. Please, by the way, if I'm saying anything that is not clear or that you don't accept or that you want to discuss further, please open your mic and speak. This is an open mic. You all can speak. Questions that I had written here. So can I attribute my long explanation now to the question of that I got here is why is it going down so much? Okay, so just understand something. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. That's how the world of investment works, right? If you want to invest in a startup really early, you're investing in a very big risk. And if it goes well, you're getting a very big reward. So shitcoins are on the highest level of risk that I've seen in the world of investments. And we are not a shitcoin, and hence we're trying to make you guys understand to treat it differently. You want 100x in an hour or a Lambo in 2 hours? I will try, but that's not what I'm here for. Do you want to be a part of something very big, very early on, and to benefit on it and to bank on it, sorry, and to be able to say, dude, I was one of the first to hold Slab tokens? Then this is the place for you. People will sell. People want to take profits out. That's fine. That's how it works. I use Tesla a lot because I was trading Tesla for many years. I followed Tesla from the start, and I said it, I think, in the previous AMA. But Tesla was horribly down for many years. Many years. It got slammed every day. So what? We held, and when I say we, is me and people that believed in Tesla from the beginning. We held, and it gave it back plus a lot more because of our faith in what they did. And if you guys believe in what we do, only if you believe, I don't think you should be selling. It's up to you if you're selling or not. I'm not telling you not to sell. Do whatever you think, and I don't mind it. I'm just saying, if you have the vision to see what we're doing here and you believe in it, join us and help us get it big, instead of asking why it's going down, because I can't control it going down. I can only control what I control. If people sell, they sell. It's their right to sell. We're not here to tell anybody not to sell. So I really think it's a momentarily thing that we're seeing here. The chart being so low is something that is momentarily. It's not going to be something that will last. I think that once people understand how big Slab is, this thing is going to fly. It's going to fly. We got listed in the other day, and we're going to start working on getting listed in exchanges as well to get more the spotlight on us. And then it's all going to show up in CoinMarketCap, along with all the details and data, and everything will be connected. Once you're traded on an exchange, CoinMarketCap is taking the API from an exchange and connecting it to their website, and that's how we're going to get all the data out there. So it's something we're working on. I don't want to be partially on CoinMarketData. I want to be there completely. I want to be there on the favorite list. That's how much I want to be there. So that's something we're working on, just to let you know. Next question. They're asking about the liquidity lock. So why is the liquidity so low? It works like this. First of all, the liquidity is not low. It's not massive. This is not SafeMoon or NFT art or whatever. I don't know. It's not massive. I know. But I'm not a rich person. I'm not some rich kid. And we put almost everything we had in liquidity and in videos to get this out. And I locked over $20,000 for 6 months. Not money that I can afford to just lock like that, because I'm not, as I said, I'm not a wealthy guy. But I locked it because I believe in the project. The liquidity now is about, it's 27,000. I think I locked 20. I can check and give you an accurate answer, or you can, excuse me, you can go on where we locked it. The name is unicrypt.network. You can go there and check how much I locked. I put a lot of liquidity in there, and if people sell tremendously in the same period of time without letting the graph correct on every asset in the BSC or in the ERC, liquidity gets hit. That's how it works. Liquidity gets hit. When a lot of people sell at the same time, the liquidity gets hit. So liquidity is probably lower than it was. Last week it was 50,000. Now it's 29,000, right? 28, 20, 27, I'm sorry, 27.5, I'm sorry. And now it's 27.5, not 50. But that moves according to the graph. So when the graph goes up, the liquidity will get bigger. But we have not moved an inch from the liquidity. You can see it's the same link I posted here from the day we started until today. It's the same amount of liquidity. It's the same lock, and everything is locked. I cannot touch it. Well, even if I wanted to, it's not something we want to do, and it's not something we're looking to do. And I don't even think about the liquidity. For me, that money is a donation for future success that I gave up, because you can either, you have to take risks in life to make things happen, and you can either dream about doing them, or you can actually just put your ass on the line. Excuse my French, but you put your ass on the line and you do it. And I'm fine with losing this money if I need to, but at least I'll not look back in life and say I should have done that, because I'm going to do what I think is going to be great. I'll try until it will become great, and I won't stop until it will become great, and I won't let anything stop me from making it great. If it's going to be harder or easier, it's up to you guys and how much you believe in the project. But I'm not going to let any kind of fudding or negative look at things to stop us from going forward to making a huge impact on the world with this app. And this is where we're aiming to. Ringing the bell in the stock market, New York. This is where we're aiming to, and we're aiming for big things. Next question is, what are the next steps? I don't know if you guys are texting. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, Francis is asking a question. I'm going to get to that. It's in the list of the question. By selling some with your Dave wallet and then put it in liquidity. They're asking if I can sell tokens to put it in liquidity. We only sell tokens when we are out of budget. Right now, we're fine with the budget. Selling tokens is not something I think we should do at this price level. I think it's going to hurt investors. I also think it's not honest. It's not an honest move to do right now. If this thing blows up and we need some money to finance some things, we will sell and announce that we're selling. Right now, we're not selling anything. Last time we sold was about a week and a half ago. As I said in this AMA, or 2 weeks ago, I don't even remember. It was because I spent 3 BNBs trying to get the token logo out there on the Trust wallet. So we had to sell 1 or 1.5 or half. I don't even remember. I can check and let you guys know if you want. But we needed to cover those expenses that were way out of the budget. But we don't. If I'm going to sell and put it in liquidity, I'm just hurting you guys, and I'm hurting the chart, and I'm hurting the token, and liquidity is high enough to go and buy 3 BNBs right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, in one hit. And so, yeah, people won't buy 10 BNBs in one hit, but that's fine. People can buy 3 BNBs in one hit, and they can do it 3 times. They'll be fine. And if I see that it's going to be an issue, we will address that issue. I'm just going to wait for a response from me. Is there some kind of tokenomics that make liquidity bigger with every buy? Yes, 5% of liquidity is, let me check the website. It's all recorded, so I don't want to say the wrong thing. So even if I'm sure I'm right in my head, I want to double check before I say anything. Sorry, so it's 5% to 8% of liquidity goes to the staked LP, but when people sell, it's also taken from liquidity. The liquidity is growing when the asset value goes up. Okay, so let's talk about the app a little bit. So when you're building an app, there is, I'll try to dumb it down as much as I can. Let's say 3 steps. The first step will be to understand what your idea is and turn it from just an idea to an actual roadmap, a plan, and an understanding how the mechanicals of it will work. Second step will be to put it all in place and to map it. And then the third step will be to start connecting the dots, making it happen, and then testing it for a while, and then releasing the final product. Yeah, I'm doing that, Leslie. I'm answering all the questions in the same order. I'll read it to you. This one I answered, this one I answered. This one is what is liquidity, and now you're asking what is the next steps. So I'm answering. So basically, no, it's okay. If you guys have questions, keep asking, no problem, I can handle it. So basically right now we're working on the UI very hard. Why are we doing the UI before we're doing the let's call it the backend? Because we want to encounter how will it be for the user and the simplest way to access the app and to understand how the app works. And then we're going to program it according to how we want them to use it, and not build it and then reprogram it again to how to simplify it. Because the world of crypto and the world of MetaMask or Trust Wallet is a very small percentage of the people that are actually using apps on the daily life. And it's a very small percentage of the people that are actually buying or selling cryptos. Because if we look at most of the people that are buying or selling cryptos these days, they're using Coinbase or Gemini or things like that, which are user-friendly, and they don't deal with MetaMask or scanning a barcode, etc. So that is something that we want to address head on. I don't want people needing to go through a 15-minute tutorial explanation on how to connect your MetaMask in order to start using Slab, because that's going to deter a lot of daily active users that we can get. So the main objective is, first of all, how can I make this so easy? I want to make this easier than buying a furniture in IKEA. I want to make this so easy that every person that downloads Slab can start slapping the other side in a matter of minutes. And that's why we're doing the UI before we're doing the backend. And that is where we are right now. We are in the UI. We are working on getting all the flow out there. Once the flow is finished and finalized, we will publish first of all, we're going to publish a commercial showing how somebody's using the app. And we're going to use that commercial to blast the internet with a lot of money that we intend to invest on making sure everybody can see that and understand what Slap is about. And that is just in order to create a seed in people's heads about Slap. It's not just about buying the Slap coin, because that's something that will be great, but that's a byproduct. The main product will be to create awareness of Slap token and awareness of what we're trying to do, and by posting that video commercial everywhere, YouTube, everywhere it's needed, and people will have access to understanding what Slap is. The second thing will be to release a demo version to all the investors and all the people that want to see how Slap works. The demo version, you will be able to play with it and understand how everything is working. And then we're going to go to the next step, which is releasing the real app on a QA period, on a beta version, which is a quality assurance version. We're gonna test everything and get a amount of people that will test. Sorry, I'm just reading what you guys are saying while I'm trying to speak. Sorry. So we're going to get a lot of people to test the app, to play around with it, to slap each other, etc., and clear the bugs. Usually it takes about 2 or 3 versions to get a final product that is fully working and smooth as we want it to be. So that's the beta version that you'll need to work through with a couple of bug fixes that will come out. And then we have the final product. When we have the final product, we are hoping to get, I keep saying the word hoping, but when I use the word hoping, it's just me trying to be as clean as possible from saying anything that should not be said. But when I say hoping, it means that we're acting upon it. It's not just we're wishing for it. We're actually doing things to make it happen, but we're hoping that we can get some big names to use Slap or to show that they're using Slap. even for a moment or even for a post on their Instagram or whatever, and get the awareness out there from them, influencers, A-list celebrities, B-list celebrities, whatever we can get, and basically create awareness on the Slap app, and to make sure we get a big amount of people using the app. The app is, well, maybe you can say this on most apps, but I'm going to say it on this one. The app is going to be as better as we get more users, because the more users you have, the more the Slap app will be more interactive and more interesting. And there is a point in a startup where it becomes big, and then it's very good and utilized and stable, to a point where it becomes too big, and then you need to start dealing with ethical issues, um, things that happen that you did not plan in advance, whether it's what Facebook went through last year with the elections and all the negative things that are happening with Facebook, for example, because this is something that is it's the next step for a product, for a startup product that happens in this world, is that you aim to be bigger, you get to the level you want to get to, and then it just explodes in one night or in 1 month or in 1 week. It just explodes and becomes the next thing that everybody knows about, and that's when new problems come out, like ethical issues. So you got to take it step by step when you're building something like this, because we are talking about matchmaking. We are talking about people chatting between each other and having a personal touch with each other. We're working on that right now as we speak, to see how, you have to take every extreme scenario that can happen and see how you can either prevent it or make sure you limit it to the best of your abilities. So whether it's, God forbid, we even, if you guys want me to speak about something stupid, we even discussed this yesterday among the team about if people send nudes, if they send nudes on the chat to each other, how can I prevent from those nudes to be distributed on WhatsApp or social networks and humiliating the person that sent the nudes? So we're going to also have a banner there that will advocate sending nudes. We're going to do a lot of things to make sure it's safe, it's clean, and it's protecting the users. One last thing, there will be no connection whatsoever between your login details, your registration details, which can be done through Gmail or phone number or Facebook, or later on, excuse me, in a later stage through Apple ID or Google ID. There will be no connection between that to the wallet that you will connect. So the wallet will not be saved on the app. So you'll need to connect to the wallet every time. And that is in order to ensure that there is no way to hack into wallets through Slap. Because if Slap does not save any of your details, it doesn't cross the data with the wallet. So let me give you an example. John just signed up for Slap, and John filled up his name, his details, whatever, his bio, and he also connected the wallet. And assuming that we did cross that data, if somebody hacked into John's email or John's, I don't know, social network or any kind of platform that John is using, he can somehow reset password or get the details of John's wallet, because he knows what wallet he's trying to get to, and that can eventually hurt John. It's a very complicated thing to do, and it's a very, 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 very small chance that thing can happen by crossing the data, but we still don't want to take that small percentage of risk at risk. So every time people will use Slab, when they terminate the app, when they close the app completely, they will need to reconnect the wallet, and that is in order to prevent any kind of hacks to wallets whatsoever later on. These are things that we're working on behind the scenes, and that's why you guys need to understand we're working on a real project, that we're thinking about every step of the way and every small little fraction of something that can happen to give you guys a real product with real functionality and effing kill it in the best way we can. And those things are things that I don't want to say take time, because we're going really fast, but those things are important to take in consideration and not just run into getting a final product out there. Okay? You just review what you guys wrote. What is the timeline publishing the app? What is the current immediate marketing strategy? What is your plan to showcase your product in the world of crypto? Anything else? All questions are being answered. Any manual burn in future? Yes, we will have burns in the future, as I explained, according to growth of the token. Whoever understands me now understands me. Whoever doesn't, I'm sorry. So when you bridge it to ERC, which is what we're going to do as well, we all know BSC is not going to stay here forever. So when you bridge it to ERC, you will need to create an equilibrium between the two levels, the two price levels of the ERC token and the Slab token on the BSC. And for that, we will need to probably do manual burns to keep that equilibrium alive. So just understand that when Slab comes out and it's huge, let's say, for example, it's going to be big and the coin's going to go wild, and then the ERC value will be much higher than the Slab BSC value. In order to balance that, there are measures of what you can do, and one of those measures will be burning. And that's why we keep some burning wallets to make sure that if we need to use that, we will. We can also send here the wallet address. You can guys check it out and see that that wallet is clean and it's not having any activity at all. But we are also planning manual burns at growth. We had one burn, correct me if I'm wrong, mods. We had one burn when we got to 1,000 holders. We're going to have another burn when we get to 2,000 holders, etc. It's just important we don't burn too much, so we can burn when we do need to burn in order to keep the price levels fair and actual. So you guys want me to give you a timeline? I can tell you that I'm looking at the next couple of weeks to get the beta out there, to get the commercial done and the beta and the UI and everything finalized. And that's something I'm hoping to get done by the next couple of weeks. I'm using the word hoping because there can be delays, especially in the world of startups. There's always delays. It's like contractors when they come to build your house and they get delayed. Startup is the same thing. So we're looking at getting it done in the next couple of weeks, getting you guys to see the app and to play with the demo version in the next couple of weeks. After that, we're going to move on to the back end, which I will give you a rough estimate when I get to it. But right now, we're definitely looking to get it out as soon as possible. And I don't think we're not talking about years. This is not something that you should think about. It's not going to be in a window of years. It's going to be in a window of months, not years. And it's going to be probably faster than most people will expect. That being said, you guys need to be a bit patient. Great things take time. Great things take time, and I hope you guys understand it. And segregate Slab token from the other tokens you're holding. If you're holding, I don't know, Shiba or I don't know, Chihuahua, whatever the hell people are trading these days, which is ridiculous to me. Whatever you're holding, that's great. That's your trading wallet that you're using to buy and sell and scalp, and great. Slab is not supposed to be on the same equation or in the same wallet, whatever. Slab is a real investment that you got in very early, very, very early, because 1,000 holders or 1,000 users of this app is going to be a joke, in my opinion. So just look at it differently. And when you look at things differently, you understand what you're holding. Regarding marketing, we're going to put money into this. We're going to market this very, very hard. As I explained, we're looking to get, once the beta is out, we're looking to get commercials out. We're looking to get some influencers and celebrities to show the app or to use the app or to post that they're using the app. And that's where we're going to shine. It's going to be much better for us to do that instead of just getting videos of pumps out there, right? That's the word. Which is like, I don't know, all these crypto people on YouTube that do a 5-minute video tutorial on your website, and then a couple of people come, they put 2 BNB, they scalp it, and they take out 3 BNB, and all of us get hurt, and then the chart looks very bad. That's not the advertising I want to do on this one. We did a lot of those to get the awareness out, but we're looking to do things that are also bigger, more solid, and addressable by a different audience. I want the people that are holding ADA and Cardano to hold Slab. I want the people that are holding AMP or Ethereum or the tokens that I look at in admiration are the tokens that I want the people that are holding to hold Slab. And that will be amazing, in my opinion. If I can get people that know how Cardano work or how Tron works or how, I don't know, all the big boys work, and they also put Slab in their account, that's the people I want holding Slab, and that would be huge, in my opinion. I don't want the people that, I want everybody, but I'm not aiming only, I'm not aiming only towards the people that are here to buy, I don't know, Safe Moon and sell it 2 minutes after to make one BNB. We're gonna shoot to all of them, and we're gonna keep shooting to all of them, and we're doing that every day. And we're doing stock tweets, and we're doing Coin Hunt, and we're doing videos, and we're doing Twitter, and we're doing everything. But like, it's important not to forget that you also want investors that are educated and that are here and they're able to hold a coin more than 3 minutes in their wallet instead of freaking out why they see a red candle, because these investors are not going to be there tomorrow. The investors that will be there tomorrow are the investors that are trading crypto, and they're educated and they understand how a blockchain works and how transmission of blocks work and how the app will work and the UX behind it and everything. So that's what we're looking to do. What else? So let's talk about these two things. First of all, doxing myself. Yes, we spoke about it many times. I don't mind doxing myself. I will definitely do that. I just want to get a product out there, and not the final product, but some sort of product. And because I want to put my face on something that is factual, and I'm not here to, I can appear on camera and talk and everything, but what is words worth if I can show you one picture? One picture is going to be worth 1,000 words, like they say. So that's what I want to do. I want to dox myself at the right time where I can show you all what the hell this is and how big this is, how this big we plan for this to be, and then attach my face to it. I don't want to. I don't want to sit in front of a camera and say one word that I cannot stand behind. It's very important for me, very, very important for me, because this is a very dirty sector of cryptos that is full of scam and rug pulls. And every day I'm hearing a lot of bigger token that got rug pulled that I just don't believe that people actually still do that. So I want to make sure that when I sit in front of that camera, I'm holding at least a beta version of Slab to show you and to attach my name to something that I can be proud to present. And that is why the doxing, that is when we're going to do the doxing, and that's why we didn't do the doxing yet. But I really don't mind showing my face. It's not like I have anything to hide, and I'm not here to mislead anybody, God forbid. And I just want to make sure it's done right. I want to make sure it's done right, and I want to make sure it's done moderately and not sending any kind of pipe dream to anyone or misleading anyone in any kind of way. I hope that answers your question. Submitting the code to audit, yes, of course, we're going to do that along the way. Audit is part of it. Right now, one of the things that we're working on, that not me, but the marketing team, is we need to get a white paper out there. We got it delayed about the white paper because, look, what is a white paper? There's things I need to put in perspective. I don't know who I'm talking to right now because I don't know who is listening and what level of knowledge you have. So I'm gonna speak from the basics up. White paper is not supposed to be tokenomics and why we chose the BSC network and the logo and some colors in the back, and that's my white paper. Hey, how cool is this? That's not a white paper. And that's what I'm seeing everybody putting out. That's not a white paper. That is not a white paper. What is a white paper? A white paper is completely different. And I don't know when it switched to become this ridiculous 4 pages of Word file with some logos in the back, because that's definitely not what white paper meant to me when I started cryptos. A white paper means we're going to break it down and show you exactly how it works, and show you a flow of the app, and show you a flow of the UX, and show you a flow of how the blockchain is going to work, and everything is done in correct manner into details. It's going to be long and into the smallest fraction of how it works to the biggest fraction of how it works. And that's a real white paper. If you go to a real cryptos white paper, you will see that you're reading a book. You're not reading a 4-page Word document that says, hey, this is our tokenomics and this is why we chose BSC network, which is what I'm seeing all day now. That's not white paper. I'm sorry, that's supposed to be on the website as tokenomics or as about us, but a white paper is completely different. And to get the Slab white paper out needs to be done once we finalize how Slab app mechanics will work, and we will attach that with all the pictures, not photos, the images. One second. The images of how the app will work, frame by frame, and then that's going to be a white paper. But it's going to be a one freaking long white paper because it's a real one. So just be ready to put your reading glasses on, because I'm not gonna submit some shitty white paper out there. I can do that in 2 hours and write you a couple of bullshit about how tokenomics works and how why I chose the yellow color for Slab. That's not white paper. And so again, real things take longer, and I'm here for the real thing. So I'm sorry about that. Once the white paper is out, we are, I forgot what my point was. We are going to do an audit, but we also want to submit to exchanges as soon as possible. And that's just in order to create more awareness about Slab for people that are trading exchanges everywhere, that to get them to understand what Slab is. And there's a lot of steps on the way. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you know how it works, and I'm sure a lot of you don't, but there's a lot of steps on the way. And just to write a listing to CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, a marketing strategy launch, like I'm seeing on all the shit coins, it's just a bit embarrassing. It's getting embarrassing. It's getting a bit embarrassing. Every kid that has Control-C, Control-V on the SafeMoon code and just posts it out there, it's getting a bit embarrassing. So to put it in real exchanges, to get a real white paper out, to get an audit done after that, all these things will be done in the right way, in the right steps. We believe and hope to aim for the highest level and highest quality to make sure this will be done correctly and good. That's to answer your question. Yeah. Should I answer that again? Yeah, we're going to do YouTube videos once the commercial is done. The commercial will be done once the UI is done, because the commercial will show the UI. So that will be presented on YouTube. We are now, it's very important to say what we're doing now. We're now in recruiting investors. So if you're looking to invest, or if you are in touch with investors, we're doing money rounds because we want to hire a bigger team and extend our team to program Slab app faster and better. And so we are looking for angels, for investors, to get it on the best way. So that's where we are right now, and the beta version is not going to be a problem to release, because the beta version is a mock-up. It's not a fully functional version, so it's not going to be a problem to release. And we just need to finish the UI. I'm going to go back to my question sheet. So 1 second. I share my thoughts on matching on the app Slapjack. I'll say here, I think that there should be limited daily matches. This guy wrote me this message last week. I think he's brilliant to notice that and to think that far. I agree. There will be a daily limit, and that's also in order to prevent any kind of addiction. Gambling is an addiction, just like any other addiction. So we're going to cap it. We are also working on other ethical issues that we want to make sure that we won't encounter. When you're mixing greed or gambling with, I don't know, should I say sex? Should I say dating? Should I say matchmaking? I don't know, whatever you want to say, what you call it. You got to make sure that you're, and you want to last. Let's add the word. You want to last, and you want to be at service to your users in the right way, and not hurt anybody. you got to think about a lot of things that are ethical, whether it's gambling addictions, whether it's, like I said, nudes or harassments, things that I'm sure that a lot of apps like Tinder went through, things that I'm sure that a lot of apps like gambling apps went through, and we want to try and tackle them now so we don't tackle them later. Because if you tackle them later, that means that there were casualties on the way until you tackle them. So that's not smart. You don't want to end up hurting your users and then fix it. You want to come out with a product that is already preventing it from the root. So that is definitely something we're looking at. So capping it per day is definitely something we're looking at. Capping it per day is going to be an amount of stakes that you can do per day. And also, I will add here that once you download Slab, you will need to agree to certain terms, and you will need to actually check mark in each checkbox those terms in order to continue in the registration page. And it says there clearly that I'll read it to you. By clicking continue, you understand that not following these guidelines will result in termination of my account and the total loss of my staked Slab token. So if somebody's going to try and scam the app by getting his friend to vote for him and he will vote for him, the algorithm will eventually find out, maybe not the first time. I can't guarantee it will happen the first time, but the algorithm will get smarter and smarter, and it will be onto that very quickly, and the user's account will be terminated, and all the tokens of Slab that are staked will be lost. Now, I'm going to say this again. I explained it in the first AMA, but I'm going to explain it again really quickly here. When you slap someone, and he slaps you back, and let's say you made 50 slaps from that, 50 Slab tokens, you don't get them right away credited to your account. You get them locked, and you're going to have a day of the month that it's going to be that day that all your Slab locked tokens will be released into your wallet, and you're going to get a notification from the app. It's going to tell you today's your day. You can release your Slab tokens. You have made this much and this much. Click here to release. So then you're going to connect to the wallet and release to Slab. The reason we're doing that is in order to prevent people abusing the app and getting the tokens right away, and then we can't penalize them in any kind of way. So if you try to scam the app, or if you spam people or insult people or offend people or prejudice, I don't know, racist comments or sending nude pictures where it wasn't something in consent or anything like that, you will be penalized, your account will be closed immediately, and you will lose all the staked Slab that you had. So when you have something to lose, you usually follow the rules, and that's why we're doing it in that way. And I think that will prevent a lot of bad things that can happen with mixing gambling with sex or dating, whatever. So that's about that. And let me just see if there's any other questions. You're welcome, Brief. No problem. What is safety and security of this app? I think I just covered that, SV. Tell me if I did. And I'm going to repeat and say there will be no connection on between the user and his wallet. No data will be saved from your wallet side. You will need to connect to the wallet every time you open the app. And I'm not talking about minimizing it. I'm talking about opening it, as in shutting it down completely, terminating the app, and opening it again. You'll have to connect to your wallet because we don't save the token wallet behind the app. That is not 100% bulletproof for our users, and the best way will be to disconnect the wallet every time you shut it down. And that's I don't know. I haven't encountered any app that is a social media app that will ask you for an email, phone number, etc., and then ask you for your wallet address, because that will put you at risk if you put all these details together, because people will know how to target you then, because you're actually giving your wallet number an identity, and that is something that you should not do in the crypto world, because that's the point of crypto. And if you put an identity on your crypto wallet, then you're losing a big chunk of what crypto is meant for, decentralized blockchain. And that's why we're going to be very, 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 very careful with that issue to make sure that nothing connects to your wallet whatsoever. So you have to put your real name and your real pictures. If not, you will be categorized as scam, as a spam. Sorry, not scam. But your wallet is not going to be any part of any kind of future data crossing on the platform whatsoever. I hope I answered them. I don't know. So if I understand correctly, your plan is to gain investment, but that will really only happen once you have created a UI and Doxxing Yourself. No, when I speak to investors, I tell them my name, and we had a conversation with a gentleman this week, and full disclosed information. And I don't expect anyone to sign a contract on investment on Slab when they don't know my face or they don't know where I am or whatever like that. That would be delusional. It's just to put my face on the website without a final product for everybody out there is something that I want to make sure that is done correctly. Regarding investors, I'm talking to investors and they know who I am, and there's no problem about it. Why would people give a slap to another, giving them money? So if you, so I see your picture, Pandora, and I'm like, I'm gonna put 50 slaps on Pandora approving me, and if Pandora approves me, I get another 50 slaps. How much Pandora put from her side, I don't know, but Pandora can know me personally from school or whatever, and we're one next to each other, and I'm like, let's do it, you next to me, and let's do it. We both agree, and then we both win slaps from the system that is generating slap. So, and that will scam the algorithm and will generate you free slaps. And if that happens, we're going to terminate the account, and they lose the slap that they had, and they lose the other slaps that they had. And that's what we're doing it, because we're looking to see how people will try to F it over in the worst case. And let's not forget that when you have an extensive user base, the chances you will get me and I will get you when you're my friend and I'm sitting next to you are much slimmer than you expect, because you'll need to set a radius of how many kilometers you want to look for people, and it's not going to be 1 kilometer. It's not going to be 100 miles or whatever. So it's going to be extensive. So people will need to go through a lot of profiles until they will find their friend there, if they will find their friend there. And still there's a chance that people will try to con the system. So that's why we're doing that. Why did I launch the token completely stealthy without any? Well, two reasons. Awareness. You want to create a big hype before you release it out. And second is to recruit funds, of course. Every token out there, every real token with a utility behind it, not talking about, I don't know, Moonsheep or whatever the hell I'm reading, there's I don't know, Chihuahua Club or whatever, talking about real coins. Every real coin, every real token that is out there launches in order to, one, recruit funds in order to make the project factual and to fund the project, and two is to create awareness. I'm going to introduce you to a name that I'm very excited about in the world of crypto, that I'm investing there every time I have some spare cash, because I'm a big believer of what they do. It's not so known. I'm sure some of you know what I'm talking about, but it's not so known. It's called OMI. OMI, I'll even open the price. I'll give you a little crypto update, and I'll explain why I'm talking about it. It's connecting to your question. It's Ecomi. Ecomi is OMI. They are working with NFTs of 3D on a platform of 3D called VV, VEVE. And they are going, they're already releasing, but they're going to release a lot of NFTs that are 3D, that are dealing with the biggest names out there of comic book names, I don't know, Powerpuff Girls, Batman, Back to the Future they released last month. And why am I telling you this? Because they released this app with barely any NFTs on it or any product on it. So people will buy the coin and create value to the coin of OMI so they can use that coin to fund the operation, which costs money. Developing things cost a lot of money. So that's part of why you do it. You do it to create awareness and to create value so you can use the value in order to fund the operation. Check it out, by the way, OMI. I'm a big believer. Not recommending anything and not telling you to buy anything, just saying check it out, read about it. So you'll know about its existence. Whether you invest in it or not is completely up to you, and do your due diligence. I'm not advising you anything. I'm just saying this is the same kind of thing. They released a lot of things before they have the product. The product is still not done. The app is out, but it's still not in the highest quality, and there's not a lot of products on it. But this is exactly why you do it. Let me see if there's any more questions. Did I answer your question? Me. I'm waiting to see what you guys are writing, okay? Next one. I covered exchanges. You guys asked about exchanges. I covered exchanges. Which ones are we talking to? I'm not going to say. I'll explain why, because I don't want to create any fake hype by saying a name that will ring some bells, and then people will go and buy Slab, and then that's not finalized, and then you guys get disappointed. And I want to be able to stand behind every word that I say. That's why I'm being very cautious with what I'm saying. But we are checking exchanges, and this is kind of the next step of the marketing team. And along with the white paper, as I explained, I'm trying to deal with the UI right now, and that's mainly my focus at the moment. Influencers, whatever you guys have, you sent me today one, was it TikToker or Twitter guy? I think it was a Twitter guy. Any kind of influencers you have, please pass to our amazing mods, and they check them out. They understand this much better than me. I have no clue how to check views or whatever. No, it's not my world. And if they seem like they can contribute to the growth, organic growth of the coin, then we hire them. We bring people aboard. And that's regarding the influencers. Will there be any big investors backing this project? That's the last question I have here. Like I said, we're looking for investors. If you guys are looking to invest, you're welcome to get in touch with us. We are still in a very early stage, relatively speaking. And so we're still open for suggestions. And we're being proactive regarding finding investors. But you have to be careful when you do those things, because people will want to get a big percentage. And when you're in such an early stage, people will ask for such a big percentage that it may be a very dangerous power to give them, because then the future of the app and the sustainability of the project is in their hands, and that's not something you want. So you got to find the right investors with the right deal, with the right deals, and that they share your vision and believe in the product like you believe in it, and make sure that you're not putting people on board that are here to make a couple of bucks on it and then dump it, because that will definitely hurt the project. So also that has to be done carefully. You got to be careful about everything you do, especially in startup, especially in crypto. Will there be any burns? I answered. Let's touch this one. When will the logo be visible? There is nothing we can do until we get to 2,500 holders. You cannot put a logo. You cannot put a logo on Trust Wallet. I have tried endlessly, and I've spoken to people and that have done it many times, that put a lot of logos. I even spoken to people that are doing it as an income, and none of them agreed to any possibility of getting your logo on Trust Wallet in any kind of way until you reach 2,500 holders. That is the threshold for Trust Wallet to be able to add a logo. So you don't need to ask me when this is going to happen. When you see 2,500 holders, understand that I'm already paying somebody to do it. And the reason I'm paying somebody to do it is because I did it several times and paid myself by myself, and it didn't work. So I'm gonna make sure I'm hiring somebody to do it on the best hand, just someone that did it before, and they can make sure it will happen correctly. What's the future of Slab? I'm hoping BIG, big as possible. Anything can happen, and I'm optimistic. I really believe that we have a tremendous idea and a good mechanics to make the idea happen in our hands, and we want to make sure that will happen. I'm never guaranteeing anything to anyone in this life, because that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to guarantee you anything or make you hear something when I can't stand behind it. In my opinion, and from the reviews that I've gotten from people that are important to me, in my eyes, are important in the sector that we're touching, or the crypto world, the reviews were very warm and very good and very positive. And I haven't gotten many people telling me to shoot it down, like because there is no factual product that we're touching here. Everybody was very positive, and which reassures me to know that this is something I should pursue, and that's what I'm looking at, to make this something very big. And if we don't have any more questions, one second. Why didn't I make an announcement before the coin was launched? I just invested randomly and was therefore luckily one of the earliest, thanks to PoolCoin app. But the big announcement marketing was like 1 or 2 days later. Yeah, okay. You're saying why I didn't do like a big pre-sale with a lot of bells around it and then release the coin? The answer is very simple. Let me see if that's what you're saying. Okay, the answer for that is very simple. Look at every pre-sale that has been done in the last 5 months, 6 months in the BSC world. The chart looks like it got hit by a truck. The people usually get disappointed because they go in too high. And every pre-sale I've seen was botted, was controlled by bots. Most of the pre-sales that I've seen were a scam, where people actually where the owners and the mods actually scammed the people of their money, and it was botted, and the chart usually crashes very hard afterwards because people buy in pre-sale just to cash on you when it goes up. And this is not the type of coin that we want people to look at in that way. I'm not looking for people to come here to scalp us. I'm not looking for people to come here and create a hype with a lot of I don't know, monkeys and green candles and whatever is going on right now in the trend. That's not what we're here. So a pre-sale would be a very bad idea for such a real product. I don't think that would be the right thing to do, and that's why we decided to launch it just like that, with no bells on. And thank you very much. Thank you. And just to launch it like that, and whoever sees the product and believes in the product would buy, whoever doesn't would not. Then we put some videos out there just to get, because you have to get some base followers to make something happen. So we had to put some videos out there and make some hype and etc. That will create the base holders for this token. So people that come here and join will see that it's real. but a pre-sale would probably hurt this product really bad, because the people that buy in pre-sale are not the people you want for a real product investment, or the people that they lack the patience to be in this kind of a thing. You're very welcome. I know, and I've been told before, that I'm not saying what people want to hear all the time. I'm not here telling you to the moon or to Mars or whatever galaxy we're aiming to right now in this shitcoin world. I know that's not what I do, but I want this real, and I want this big, and I want your sister and your brother to have this app in their phone without even knowing who Jack is or what the AMA is about, or having this Telegram group in their phone. And to do that, we have to stay modest and try and keep it real as much as we can. I think this can make you money. That's my personal opinion. Yes, I think it can. I'm not going to be advocating it, and I'm not going to be sitting here and telling you, hey, buy now. No. I think that this can make you money for one reason. It's revolutionary, and we're touching something that no one has touched yet. And we're going to be the first. Usually when you're the first, you are big if you play it right. And so will you make money of this? I really hope you will, and I'm going to do everything in my power to get to a point where you will. I'm not going to guarantee anything, except me buckling up and doing the hardest efforts I can to make it successful, and to reimburse you for believing in us and holding the token. And I hope that's sufficient enough to calm me down. And that's it. Anything else? The mods will tell me if I'm done talking. CoinMarketCap published us